welcome back to another video of our MySQL series. So basically today we will go ahead and add the database that we downloaded last time. So you remember that we downloaded MySQL Workbench, and the database, which was MySQL sample database. So today we will learn about how to add the database into the MySQL Workbench. So the thing is, as of now, you can see that right now the screen, which you see on my laptop right now, and also on your screen, is basically the screen is the MySQL Workbench. So you can see that we do have different options here. So we can see this is the option where you will see the schemas, or you can see the database which is added. And apart from this, we do have file, edit, view, query, database, servers, tools, script, and help option is there. And there are different tabs which we will learn as we progress with our videos. You can see these steps to add the database to our MySQL Workbench. So first of all, you will go ahead and launch the MySQL Workbench. And after that, you will click on the connections that you will be working on, and you will supply the password, or you can say you will enter the password. And after that, you will go ahead and click on the open a SQL script file in a query tab. So there is an option which you will click on, and you will just go to the location and you will select that database, and then you will open it up. So now this is the option. You can see this is the option that I was referring to, open a SQL script file in a query tab. So this is the option that you will click on, and then you will open the database. So right now this is the database that we have, and right now you can see I don't have the option to view the tables or the anything in this particular data. So what I will do basically now is that you can see on the left hand side we have schemas. Right here it should be showing up us all the different files that it has, all the tables that it is having. And here you can see action output. So this is the page where I will see the option, or you can say my output. And sometimes you might have a problem that you might not be able to see the result. So on the top right hand side, this is the option. If I click on it and disable it, it won't show me the output screen. So I will have to select this, and then I will have to go ahead and check it up, and then it will show all the output screen for me, where I can see. In order to see the database in our workbench, we'll go ahead and click on this run icon, and here we go. See, it has it. Now I will go ahead and click on this refresh icon. So here you can see I have the database and then the tables that it is having. So if I expand this table and select it, you can see that I have this customer key in this customer table, which is the primary key. And if I go to the employees table as well, here also I have employee number, which is the primary key. So similarly, we will have different database, different tables added to the database. So now we will learn about the few of the statements that we usually use in MySQL. So the very first statement that we will learn about is use statement. So use statement is basically a very simple and most powerful statement. So the thing is, it is used to select and use a database. So the syntax for this will be the use and the name of the database. So for example, I'm selecting classic models, and I will put a semicolon. So semicolon basically is used so that we can differentiate between one query and the other query. So whenever you're writing a code or maybe a query, and you will ensure that you put a semicolon in the end of the query, because it is very difficult for the MySQL Workbench to differentiate between different queries that you are giving it. And when you put a query, it means that it's the end of that particular query. Now it has to start with the another query. And another thing is that MySQL is basically case insensitive. So one thing you might be seeing on your screen that I'm putting, or you can say I'm writing, use as uppercase. So whenever we will be writing any query, I will ensure that I'm writing that in uppercase only, because it will be quite simple to understand for us. And second thing is, you can also use it in lowercase. It's your choice because it's case insensitive. So now you can see I'm selecting this uh, particular database, which is the classic model. Now I will go ahead and write a select statement, which is the another statement that we use to select the data from a database. So basically, now don't get confused between the use and select. So select is basically selecting the data from a database, and the thing is use is actually selecting and using a database. Now we will see. So the syntax for this is select, and then we'll put a space, and then we can write from. That means from where we are selecting the data from, and then we will type the name of the database and then the name of the table. I will put a semicolon in the end, and then we'll go ahead and hit the run button. This is the run button, and you can see this is the data at 1002. Employee number is 1002, and the name of last name is Murphy, the first name is Diane, and extension is this is the email, this is the job title. So now one more thing I will tell you, that the use statement basically allows us to switch between different databases. Now for example, this is the main database, right? Classic model. So it, even if I go ahead and type anything right now, select, instead of employees, I will just go ahead and type maybe orders, right? And one thing is, if you are going to run any particular uh, statement or any query, you will select that particular query only, and then you will click on the run button. Here you can see these are the order numbers. Now if I go ahead and change it to employees, right? In the beginning, I was typing this, and now I'll go ahead and select it. It's giving us the result, right? Now if I go ahead and I will go ahead and switch between the databases. Now I will just go ahead and type orders, right? So you can see we are basically switching between the different databases. We have multiple databases, right? At that point of time, for example, right now I have classic models, which is one database. Now just imagine that I have different databases. Like for example, I have database of a school, and I have created database with the classes, uh, or you can say with the standards, right? Like standard 9, standard 10th is having a particular database with the name standard 9 and standard 10th. So use will help us to switch between those two databases. It helps us to switch between the databases. Right now it is one database, so it's quite obvious that whatever we will type, it will fetch that data and give us the result. Now, many people might be thinking this select is having from and that all the database name and table name, right? So you can see select is the statement, and it's meaning all. That means star means all, and from is basically selecting the all from classic models database, and that too from the orders table, and it's giving us the result of the statement. As you can see, whether we were running the statement select statement for the orders table, or we were running it for the employees table, it was giving us the data, the entire data in that particular table. Now, what if we have to go ahead and select very few columns of that particular database, or maybe in that particular database we are trying to fetch the data from a table and we just need very few information. Just imagine right now in the customer table, I do have order number, order date, and required date, ship date, status. So maybe I don't need all this, I just need very few information from it. Similarly, if I go ahead and go to the employees table, right, I will go ahead and run it. You can see I have the employee number, uh, first name and the last name, extension, email. So maybe I don't need all of this data. So I just need very few specific columns from it. So how we will go ahead and do that? So in order to do that, we will just go ahead and we know I will just go ahead and open one more page. And there we go. Use, and then I will type classic models, select the database, and then I will type select what I need. That's the data, right? I need maybe first name. So giving me that first name. Let me try and check what is in it. There we go. First name, okay, first and then capital name. Okay. Select first name, comma, last name from, I told you I'm just gonna keep it uppercase, from employees, right? Okay. Now it's giving me the data, right? And let's put a semicolon in the end and let's try to execute it. So here you can see I have the first name and the last name, right? So the first name and the first employee was, you can see here, we have Diane Murphy, and this is the name of the first employee, Diane Murphy. Similarly, we will have Mary Patterson, right? If you see Mary Patterson, we do have. Now you can see here we have in this SQL file 7 where I was running the select statement. You can see here we have last name first and the first name later on, right? So the order in which I keep this, like if I put last name in the beginning, last name, comma, first name, right? And now I go ahead and run it. It will give me last name first and first name later. So basically the order in which you will ask the data, it will give you the output in that order only. Now, as you can see, it gave me the data with the first name and the last name. Now, the thing is, let's try something new. There is, let's put a condition where maybe I'm just looking for some specific data in a specific column, right? Or with respect to some specific column. So in order to do that, we will use where clause. So basically, where clause is used to filter records. It is used to extract only those records which satisfy the condition. So now we will learn about that and how we do that. So here you can see in the same way, you can see here we have select last name, first name from employees. And now I'll put where, right? Where office code equal to 1. Okay. and then close it. See, this is the office code, right? Let's go back to our data. Office code is 111 for Murphy, Patterson, and Jeff Firelli, right? For these employees, we have office code as 1. So it's basically giving us the result based on the condition which we gave, and it's giving us that result. Now, what we will do, we will use this particular for the select statement for the maybe for the, let's go for the product products table. So select uh, select star. Let's go with this. I don't know what is the data in that, so let's go ahead and see what's in the product table. Products, and now we will go ahead and select it and we will run it. So here you can see product code is there, product name is there, product line is there, product sale is there, right? Now we will go ahead and try to fetch the data using some condition there. So now let's go with it. Select, once again I'm ensuring that I'm keeping it uppercase. Select what we can look for, product code, product code, product name, and maybe the product description, or maybe we can go with something else. We have buy price, we can go with buy price. Buy price from which table? Product table. And we will go ahead and select it and we will run it. Here you can see this is the product code, this is the product name, and this is the buy price of every product name that we have. Here you can see the Alpine Renault is having 98.58, 98.58, and then Moto Guzzi has 68.99. So this is the buy price. And if I go ahead and do one more thing, let me put MSRP as well in it, and let's see what it's gonna give us. There we go. We need a comma and I put a full stop, and there we go. Here you can see this is the MSRP and this is the buy price for every product name, or you can say for every product that we have the buy price, we have the MSRP, and we do have a product code related to it. So this is the way how we fetch the data and we put the condition and we use the database. We will go ahead and use where clause with a different condition. So now here you can see, I'll just go ahead and select star from maybe from the orders table. Yep, orders where status. Let's first of all go ahead and select the entire data from orders and see what data we have got in it. We have order number, order date, required date, ship date, status, which is the shipped or commence, and the customer number. Okay, now we will go ahead and try to fetch the data from the orders table, which is either shipped or not shipped. So we'll go with the both. Let's go ahead and try that. So select start from orders where status is equal to shipped. Now I will try to run it. It came in error. The reason is because this status is the data in a cell. So we have to ensure that we keep it within the semicolons. Within the inverted commas. And we will go ahead and run it. So right now you can see this is giving the data which is shipped. Now in a similar way, I'll copy it and I will try to run it, and we will just try to keep the status is not. So this is a sign for is not shipped. Okay, and there we go. See, either it's resolved or cancelled. So it's giving us the data based on the condition that we provided, that give me the data from the order table which is having status as not shipped. So this is the way how you can go ahead and you can try different conditions on this data, and you can explore more about it. Please like, comment and share the video with your nears and dears ones, because let's learn and grow together. Thank you for watching the video. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye guys.